I'll get there. So the legacy of this film...
So is Mel Gibson chasing Gary Busey down in a car.
Yeah, but no one believes he's going to catch it. Well, you kind of do.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Mel Gibson, but
so...
it's more... No, it's the other way around. How come Pookie can't get away on a fucking bike when Ice-T's just chasing behind him?
You saw him on a stationary bike. He's not exactly strength in the legs.
Yeah, but that was after being a fucking crackhead for a couple months or years.
I don't know if waffle thin regular...
Oh, believe me, I know. You can't tell the difference between, regular Chris Rock and crackhead Chris Rock, because he's just skinny. That dude, you could floss with him. But still, you would still think that he might be able, on a bike, he could outrun fucking Ice-T, but he can't. Anyway, we jumped the gun a little bit, I apologize. So New Jack City received favorable reception from film critics for its cast, storyline, and soundtrack. Here we go, guys. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4.
No, he liked it.
It is almost as difficult to make an anti-drug movie since the lifestyle and money of the drug dealers looks like fun, at least until they're killed. This movie pulls off that tricky achievement. Nino, who looks at the dead body of Scarface and laughs, does not get the last laugh. Sure.
Well, he doesn't.
I know, but,
This movie literally ends.
Yeah, this movie...
Same way Scarface ends.
Yeah, it's... Pretty much almost the exact same way. This movie's not all that original.
No, God, no. That's not why.
No, it's performance is all you're getting at.
Great.
No, not at all. The film grossed $7 point something million during its opening weekend. It became the highest grossing independent film of 1991. The New Orleans-based rap label Cash Money Records is named after the Cash Money Brothers gang. So. There's that.
People took from Scarface. People took from
there's
this.
A lot taken from this. Controversial professional wrestler Jerome Young, a.k.a. New Jack, took his ring name from after seeing this film. On Inside the Actors Studio, Chris Rock claimed that for several years following his performance as a crack addict, drug dealers would approach him and put crack and cocaine in his pocket, joking that they thought it was a documentary. He stated that although he knew people who used crack at the time, he never did. And in his 1997 memoir, Rock This, claimed he had only smoked marijuana twice.
I forget which comedy special it was that he did. And he's like, yeah, Pookie was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. It was definitely one of his later ones. Chris Rock's character was named Pookie. Pookie has since become an alternative name descriptive for opiate-based drugs like heroin and prescription pills, sometimes referred to as Pookies or getting pookied.
You don't want that as your legacy as an actor. That is not what you want. My character is now known as a fucking nickname for crack. That's great.
I don't know why I didn't put this down.
My legacy, everyone.
But what's it called? Lil Wayne released 5 albums under the name The Carter because of this movie.
Yeah.
And also his last name's Carter, but putting both together. I don't know why I didn't put that in my notes, but I remember reading that and going, that should be on my notes. I didn't double check.
Yeah.
Soundtrack for this film was released on March 5th, 1991 by Reprise Records. The soundtrack reached number 1 in the U.S. Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop album charts for 8 weeks and number 2 on the Billboard 200. The singles I'm Dreamin', performed by Christopher Williams, and For the Love of Money, Living for the City, performed by Troop, Levert, and Queen Latifah, reached number 1 and 12 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop charts, respectively. As well as the single I Wanna Sex You Up by Color Me Bad spent 4 weeks at number 2 in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, and topped both the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs and Maxi Singles sales chart. And you know it's going to happen. Well, it's not going to happen, probably, but you know they always do this. In September of 2019, Deadline announced that Warner Brothers are planning on rebooting the film with Malcolm Mays writing. You shouldn't do it.
You can
come up with something new.
Just make a crime movie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be called New Jack City.
Nope.
The lead character doesn't have to be called Nino Brown.
Nope.
You can just make elements from things like New Jack City took from other films.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to remake it and call New Jack City. You can call it something else and just have elements.
Just make a crime movie. Honestly,
not hard.
Just make a crime movie. As long as it's good, you don't need the name.
Yep.
Because as I'm finding out, most people don't even remember this movie.
Yeah. So
what name are you banking on?
What's it for?
Yeah.
The only thing that would be kind of cool is if you made the movie and, like, you age him up a little bit, but you make Wesley Snipes the old man.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing that
would be good.
Cool.
I'd be cool with that.
So we do start with New Jack City. Mm-hmm. Hearing just the most depressing news over the New York radio.
Yeah.
Of just death, destruction, drugs all around.
Drugs are everywhere.
It's late 80s New York.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really clean up until, like,
2000?
late 90s. Like, after 2000.
Giuliani, basically.
Came in and cleaned everything up. But this is a long way from there.
Oh, yeah.
We get Nino and the man just dropping a guy off a bridge. Because he
was late.
He owes Nino money. Mm-hmm. And his wife or girl was nope, dropped him. Mm-hmm. And I do like how the news then switches when it's covering something else.
Yeah.
It's got the scene sweeps back over on Scotty and Pookie. Mm-hmm. You hear over the radio, a man was found in the river.
Yeah,
and
they do such a good job on like sort of showing everything that it's sort of a living city. It's really good.
So we do meet the characters that are Scotty and Pookie. We don't know Scotty's a cop yet.
No,
we think he's just another drug dealer, and Pookie's a drop kid or whatever.
Yeah, he's a drop man.
Drop man.
Well, kid, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. How old was Chris Rock?
I don't know. It's hard to. Well, Chris Rock was in his 20s, but. What's the character supposed to be?
Right.
Because it's supposed to be 1986. The film travels from 86 to like 90, I think.
Roughly.
So,
So obviously he gets made.
Mm-hmm.
The chase ensues.
Well, he doesn't get made.
No. Pookie just robs him,
Pookie tries to rob it. Yeah, he basically, he smacks him and then he drops the bag, picks up the bag.
Where's the money? That's not enough money. Yeah. And then they discuss the price, but then at the end he just grabs the bag and takes off.
Yeah, and he's chasing him. He doesn't say he's a cop until near the end.
No, he doesn't. Because we don't know until the end of the chase he's a cop. Yeah. You have a problem with the chase? Mm-hmm. You don't think it's realistic?
Yeah, well, yeah. So, did we already talk about this on the show? We did. Yeah, it makes no damn sense. Like, he's on a bike. I understand that, Chris Rock is thin as all hell, but no. There's moments where, like, human beings...
You see him struggling a bit.
He does.
But not just on the stairs, but just in general.
Yeah, but even when he's on the stairs...
Because he's got to hold a big duffel bag of money as well.
True, but when he's on the stairs, he's going to go immediately faster, so much faster than Ice-T's ever going to go. He just is.
On a straight staircase.
Yeah,
but there was a staircase that went... Couple things, then you had to turn. Couple things,
and oddly enough, the turning staircase, he had no problem with. The deceptively straight staircases when he fell. But, like... things like that, he's going to go faster. He never gains any traction. Never. He's always behind. He's always in the same distance away. No matter what happens, Ice-T's able to keep up with him. And it's unrealistic. It's just, I get it. Shut up, it's a movie. And you've got to have this scene for the rest of the film to make sense in a lot of ways, but it's still so weird.
Now there's a train coming.
Yeah.
And it makes it seem that he fell off the bike, flew off onto the tracks, and the train hit him.
Yeah.
But no. Because you see the bike land and the wheel spinning.
Yeah.
But then it just shows him getting up and he's running.
Yeah.
That's when he pulls a piece.
Well, he gets into... This is the thing where I'm like, oh, he would have been fired immediately. Because they go into a park with a bunch of kids around. And that's when he pulls his gun and fires in the park with kids around. Ice-T's fired. Plain and simple. You do not do that.
Again,
it's a
New
movie.
York.
It's a movie.
Who knows?
No.
Hey, listen, there's cowboy cops to this day, all right?
Oh, I know.
That don't get punished for their behavior.
Well, that should happen, but that's as political as we're getting on this gimmick. But yeah, that ain't cool.
No, obviously not. I like that the money goes everywhere, and everyone just starts going for the money. Then he has to pull his gun on people. Hey, I'm a police officer. This is not your money.
Yeah.
Then all the other cops, and no one is dressed like a cop.
No, and that's the thing.
All the cops that show up are all in like hoodies,
plain clothes, and they pull him off of Chris Rock rather aggressively. I'm like, do you not know he's a cop? Please tell me that's what this is, because it's just really weird.
Then they scoop up the money.
Yeah.
G Money, the second in command of what is not yet known as the Cash Money Brothers.
Can I just say this once and move on? I can never take Alan Payne seriously ever. Because of a movie called CB4. Every time I see him, all I hear is, yeah, I'm licking your balls. Every fucking time. And as soon as I saw him, I started laughing, because I wrote the notes several weeks before I watched the movie, so my brain didn't put two and two together at that point. And I saw him, and I just started laughing. I'm like, this is not good. I'm never going to be able to take Alan Payne seriously. He's a great actor. But
he's great in this.
Yeah, he is. And I will say, one of the best scenes in the whole movie is the end scene between him and Nino, but in my head, every time I see him, it's just like, yeah, I'm licking your balls. It's never going to not be funny.
That's a personal...
We got to cover that movie sooner rather than later so people know what the hell I'm talking about.
We'll get to it. So him, Nino, and the man. G-Money found a new drug.
Yep.
This is the new hotness.
Like, this is the thing. And
this is going to get you going.
And I like that Nino's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, fuck you. This isn't shit.
Like, what we got is all right. Like, we don't need this. But then he convinces him.
Yeah, over the course of the drive, he seems to convince him.
They go to the club. DJ's Flava Flav. Calls himself Flava Flav.
He does. I'm like, well, that's, seems like you're slumming it, Flav. Like, in 86, you got a career going.
And in the back room of the club, they have a meeting. And the whole plan is that they have this building complex called the Carter. And they're going to go in, take it over, take over the entire neighborhood, and just start an empire.
Yeah, just be like, we're gonna
and they're gonna go and they're gonna use this new drug, this new crack.
It's gonna be the thing, and like even his is it his wife or is it just the random girl?
Selena?
Who's like
that's Nino's girlfriend.
Is it Selena? Okay, I can never remember who did it, but because I've just been listening to the audio making the intro. She just sort of looks and goes, it just looks like pieces of soap. He's like, don't worry about it. It's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
The Colombians have shown us the way. Like, they made this shit, and it's fucking amazing.
They've brought in, I think, her cousin Kareem, a banker, who's just like, I can make $800 there a week, or I can make $8,000 a week with you.
Yeah. So I know what I want.
We meet Keisha as well, another trigger person for his gang. They basically go, oh, what about Smitty? Because Smitty runs the neighborhood, runs around the corner. He's like, don't worry about him. And they literally, in the very next scene, just walk up to him, broad daylight, blow his brains out.
That was one of the coolest fucking shots I've seen
just
in a
straight
long time.
Up.
Just walk up to him they're talking to him, and then all of a sudden, she just walks up, fucking point blank in his temple. Boom. Fucking head gone. Is amazing.
There's a scene like that in American Gangster, where Denzel Washington, broad daylight, just walks up to someone, doesn't even say a thing, just pulls a gun, bang.
Just
great.
Cool shit.
Stuff like that is great. My guess is that it's the owner of the property that Nino has.
Yeah, it is. That's who it is.
Walk
he's just
naked.
And
in the rain
with a knife to his throat.
No, a shotgun.
Was it a shotgun?
It was a full-on shotgun. He's like, you do anything, you say no, I blow your fucking brains out in front of everybody right now.
Because like what really happened like in the past is basically he's just like, I'm going to take it over, and everybody who lives there are either going to get on board, get in with the product, or they're just going to have to fucking deal with it.
They're just going to be hostages.
Yeah, and that's just how it's going to be. And then, this is where he just sort of goes, I'm going with it. And then we get a montage of them clearing it out.
Yep.
And they, like, go
breaking
to, like,
down doors,
legit
apartment by apartment.
families. And, like, there's a mom and her kid and a dad there. And they just fucking burst in and, like, hey, get out of my house. And they fucking put 3 bullets in them. And it's just like, this is our fucking place now. It's like, it's really fucked up.
They completely take over. They start making money. It shows, like, them making fucking money, like, literally hand over fist.
And everybody who is left in the building is now
either
on it
or
working.
We get an old man. The old man. He's credited as old man. His character's old man. Bill Cobb in the police station, just complaining about his neighborhood. His neighborhood's getting ruined by this drug and by this gang that just moved in.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, just write a police report. Like, just, what do you want us to do about it?
Well, that's fucking helpful. Thanks, buddy.
Cut to Stone. His partner Park wants to take care of Nino. And he's got the people to do it, but he's just got to pass it through the most cliche commissioner you've ever seen in your life. If you can think, close your eyes, everyone, theater of the mind style, think of an angry, on the edge police commissioner or police captain. This is the guy. Yep,
absolutely.
Big mustache, old weathered face. I'm sick of your shit, Stone.
Yeah, like, he's about to ask you for your badge and your gun. You know what I mean? Like, it is cliched as fuck, and he's unhappy.
And he's just like, listen, I need Appleton and Peretti. They're the only ones crazy enough to do it.
Like, I can't give you them.
Appleton knows the neighborhood, and Peretti's crazy enough to work with him. So they're the only ones, sir.
All right, goddammit, you got it.
But it's your ass. I'm like, okay.
It's by the book, man.
So we get Scotty Appleton, Ice-T's character, and Nick Peretti.
Yeah.
Wearing his same boots in the same fashion that he did as Bender
Yep.
in Breakfast Club.
He's not